Welcome back. Now, in this lesson, we're going to see how to create an agent in Microsoft Copilot Studio. Before we begin to this, there are three prerequisites that is required to get started, which I already explained previously. One is that you should have the either work or a school account. Any kind of a personal account will not work for the Copilot Studio. Two is you should have the subscription to the Microsoft 365 business account. It could be either basic, standard, or premium. Third and most important thing is you should have the subscription to the Microsoft Copilot Studio. There are two ways that you can get the subscription, which is one is the trial and second one is pay as you go. If at all you're having access to the trial version, which means that you can actually create the agent, but you cannot publish the agent. In order to publish the agent, you should have the subscription such a way pay as you go, which means that you should enable the billing on pay as you go, which means based upon the usage, the billing will be generated. These are three important checklists that you should have to get started to the Copilot Studio. Alright, I am assuming that you already having the three checkboxes are ticked. Now we are good to go for creating our agent. So let's take one theme that I want to create an agent for an edutech company. Let me take an edutech company, which is the Vedic Skill Edutech company. And the website is vedicskill.com. And for this website, I want to create an agent. And that agent will answer the questions asked by the customers. And that agent will answer the question majorly on the frequently asked questions. If at all the agent doesn't know the customer's question, it need to be send a message, something like an email address of support, and ask the customer to reach out to this particular email. That's what exactly the overall basic bot I want to create, which will answer the frequently asked questions for a given website. Okay, that's what exactly we want to do. And as I told you before that, in the vedicskill.com, I'm maintaining the complete documentation of this course. And in this course, as we're dealing with the Microsoft Copilot Studio, you can find the complete documentation of this particular tutorial or particular video, where you can go to the docs and go to the Microsoft Copilot Studio. And getting started, I am in the lesson, which is your first Copilot Hello World bot. And here I have given the complete content and information about this tutorial, where I have given all the steps, step by step, clearly mentioning the steps, starting from creating the agent, configuring and adding the knowledge source, and finally publishing the agent. So everything is clearly given in this particular document. And you can also find the prompts. I given the prompts at whatever the prompt I'm using for this particular lesson. You can also find the prompts in this particular page. And also I'm using the frequently asked questions. You can even download the PDF by clicking on this button. And also you can download the image by clicking this URL. By clicking here, you can actually download this particular icon. All right, I'm giving you all the information, and this is the page where you can able to find all the information. Cool. Now let's go back to our task where I want to create an agent for this website. Before getting started to create an agent, one important setting that you need to verify, which is the environment. As I told you before, the agent can only publish in the production environment. Any kind of environment that is in the default or sandbox, we cannot able to publish the agent. So make sure that the environment that whatever you're having, which is the production environment. By default, usually you will be fall under the default environment. And in default environment, you can able to create the agent, but you cannot publish the agent. In order to publish the agent, you need to go to the production environment. Okay. And here I already created the production environment. In order to create the production environment, you need to create an environment in the Power Apps, which I already explained in the previous lesson. All right, now everything is there, and select the production environment. Now let's go ahead and create our agent. First step, what we can do is that there are a couple of ways that you can create an agent. Is you can even describe something to get started and create the agent, or you can click on this create button or plus button, and then you can see the new agent is there. Click on this new agent, and now this will navigate to the page where you can actually create the agent. There are two ways that you can create. One is the describe and configure. And configure is something basically you need to manually define all the details. Whereas the describe, you can just give some prompts and the LLM or the copilot will help you to create the agent. Okay, so let me go ahead with the describe. And what I'll do is that now let me provide the prompt to create the agent. Okay, let me copy the prompt. Okay, this is the prompt I want to enter, which is this. Create the agent name Vedic Skill Help Desk, which is a chatbot for the Vedic Skill EduTech company. Your role is to answer the customer questions. Use only the source of information given below, which is company's FAQs, official website content, and asking and setting the guardrails saying that do not include any external information. Okay, this is the basic prompt and asking to create it. Now let's send this. All right, so our copilot is started creating the agent, and here you can see that on your right hand side, which is our test agent. The first step you see is like it automatically one icon is created and they name the agent as Vedic Skill Help Desk, which is what I asked, and also some description about the bot or help desk and some of the questions or tags or cards which helps the user to quickly get started. That's really good, right? Now let's see what exactly the copilot saying. You are saying that your agent Vedic Skill Help Desk has set up the customer chatbot for the Vedic Skill EduTech company. It will answer customer questions using the company FAQs, official website content, and will not include any external information. That's what exactly I want. Now it is asking us the follow-up question, something like, let's refine the prompt. Can you specify the particular type of customer questions or scenarios, or do you want to handle the agent, something like this, some kind of special instructions. So I already having the special instructions. Let me give the instructions such a way how the agent should handle it. And here I asking something like the agent should provide the concise and friendly response. Basically, these aren't all the instructions I'm asking the agent to follow. Something like this, which is use the company information like FAQs, which is frequently asked questions, to answer the questions to the user. And also use the company website as a source of information. And also I'm asking the agent to always cite the answers with the source of link for reference. And this is the guardrail I set. Like if you don't know or unsure of answers, do not make the answer. Direct the customer to support@vedicskill.com. This is very important. What happens is that generally, if you don't set the guardrails, agent or the copilot, in fact, in the backend, it is a large language model, will hallucinate it and it will make up the answer and give it to you. So we have to specifically mention the guardrails, something like this. All right, so this is some kind of refined prompt I'm giving to handle the customers. Let me send it. Cool. Now it is successfully created, and the first few information it is given what are the changes that the copilot has set up for us. And now the next step is some kind of recommendations and something like that. Okay, so now we understand, and you can describe the agent you want and just keep on fine-tuning our agent. You can also do in that way. Or now you can go to the configure. Previously, if you remember that, most of the fields are empty. Now our large language model, which is the copilot, has actually filled all the details based upon the description that we provided. Let's look into all the details step by step. The first one is the image or icon. You can have a flexibility to change the icon. In order to change the icon, you can click on a pencil button. Now upload the icon. If at all you're having some icon which I already provided in the website, you can download it. I already having the icon with me. Let me set this icon and click on apply. Cool, this is a good icon. Now next one is the name. This is the name of the bot that I requested and it is created. Now created. And next is a description. The description is about what exactly the bot will do, just few things about the bot, and this description will actually display here. So what I'll do is that let me edit this because there are some kind of information I don't want to display. A customer support bot, something like this, and will answer questions or will answer frequently asked questions, something like this. Let me remove all the unwanted information. Okay, now this is cool. This is very concise and cool. So the next is very important, which is our instructions. Instructions is the one which will tell how our Copilot should behave. And here we're clearly mentioning the answer the questions and use a source of information as the company's FAQs and official website. And also please provide the user-friendly response. This is how the user to respond, and always include the links for the reference for every answer if possible. Let me say, okay, if possible, or let it be, let me give the citation for every answer. And next is, if answer is unknown or uncertain, do not make up the information, instead direct the user to this. That's what exactly I want. And this is very, very cool. And again, the next is the guardrail that is set, like do not use the external information beyond the provided sources. That's a very important guardrail that we need to set. So this is the instructions that we have, and please be note that this is content is AI generated. There could be possibility of mistakes. Make sure you review each and every detail perfectly, then you can good to go. Now next you can see is the knowledge. Knowledge is something which you're giving the additional data or information to the agent. This could be a document, files, Excel sheets, even the company URLs, website links, and etc. In order to add the knowledge, what we can do is that you can click on this plus icon. Since we did not created the agent yet, because of that, some of the features aren't available in this step. In order to access some of the advanced features, we have to create the agent. For now, what we can do is that you can add some knowledge, could be the public websites or SharePoint. Let me click on the public website and give the URL. So let's say give the URL of the website. So this should be https okay vedicskill.com. That's a public website, and let me name this as official website, and you can give the description of this. This is official website of Vedic Skill EduTech company. Okay, so once you fill in the details like name and description, you can click on add to agent. Now agent can able to extract the information. Please be remembered that the moment you added the official website or any kind of details, it will not go to that particular website and do web scraping. Instead, what it will do is it will use the Bing search. A Bing search is an API. Using the Bing search, it will try to extract the information. Just a kind of a Google search. So let's say if you want some information, you're typing something on the search, something like that, it will use a Bing search to extract the information in the content or the publicly website that whatever we have provided. Now, in order to extract those information, you need to enable this button. So this is the web search, which we are enabling it so that our agent will use the Bing search to extract any kind of information we want. And finally, the next step is suggested prompts. These are all some kind of a cards or tiles that whatever you can see here. So if at all you want to edit it, you can even edit it. The one thing you need to remember that the maximum number of tiles you can set as of now is just 6. Okay. So once you satisfy with all the details, then what you can do is click on create. The moment you click on create, in the backend, our Copilot Studio will create the agent for us. Please wait for a couple of minutes and be patient until our agent is created. Alright, now our agent is successfully created. Once you create the agent, you are actually moved into the different page, which means that above you can see the Vedic Skill Help Desk, which is the agent that you have just now created. And whatever the details that you are actually seeing here, which is in the overview section. And you can also see the individual details of the particular section like knowledge. And that just now we have added one knowledge, which is our official content. You can also click on knowledge and add more and more details you want. And there is a tools are there. Basically, these are the tools which behave like a connectors. Something like this. If you click on a tools, there you can connect to the Excel Online, Microsoft Dataverse, Teams, SharePoint, and etc. These are all the add-on tools that you can actually include here. And apart from that, you can also have the 5 more tabs are there, which is the agent, topics, activity, analytics, and channels. We're going to discuss each and everything in more detail. Let's first go to the overview. And in this overview, just like what we have seen previously, you can also see all the details in the overview of the bot. In order to edit it, you can click on this pencil button or edit button, and so that you can edit all the details. Now, if you scroll down and notice that there is an agent model is there, by default as of now, the A model that is using is GPT-4o as a default. You can even change the models by click on 3 dots and edit. And in the GenAI section, probably in the model section, select your agent model. And if you click on this button, there are the drop down menu is coming, where you can see the different models are there like GPT-4o, 4.1, 5, and GPT-5 reasoning experimental. And of course, you can free to select what are the model that was available here, but the costing is completely depends upon the what kind of model you are using. Okay, so what you can do is that let me set to default and let me click on save. Let's go back. And next is the instructions, which we have already seen. Let it load. Yeah, this is the instructions which we already saw. And next is the knowledge section. This is the most important section that we will spend a little bit time on this. Previously, we have already added the knowledge, particularly some kind of official website or some kind of publicly available website. It's not only that, you can add more and more knowledge by just click on add knowledge. And here, now you can see the most of the options are enabled. The one is you can actually drag and drop any kind of files like PDFs, Excel sheets, documents, and etc. Or if at all you have any document in OneDrive or SharePoint, you can also give that particular link. Let's say I'm already having the frequently asked questions. So let me add that one by just click on upload. And I'm having the frequently asked questions of the Vedic skill. And you can even download the frequently asked questions even from our official website. There you can see the download button, and you can find the link of the URL below in the resource. All right, now let's get back to here. First of all, what you can see is the uploaded files. The first one is the file name, and you can provide the name of the file. You can set to default, and the description is very important. We need to mention what exactly this particular document indicates. In order to search any kind of information, generally the Copilot will look into the description and select that particular document and go to this document. So what you have to do is that it's make sure that you properly describe or give the description of this document so that Copilot can understand it. So we will clearly mention that this document contains information about frequently asked questions. Okay, now everything is good. Now click on Add to Agent. This will take a little bit of time. What happens in backend, which is a rack component? So basically, if here you can see that all the files is securely saved in the Dataverse. Dataverse in backend, it is actually a vector database. What happens is, it will take this document and extract all the text that was there in this document and convert that into embeddings and save that embeddings in the Dataverse, which is the database. Now, what are the questions that user is asking? It will take that question and search that question in the document using vector search. Okay, and then it will extract all the information, whatever it is required. And that extracted information will fetch to the large language model, and that LLM model or Copilot, whatever you say, it will give the summarized information. This whole process is called RAG, which is Retrieval Augmented Generated. What are the documents that you're going to upload? It could be PDF, documents, Excel sheet. This one all actually in the backend will convert into vectors and save it in the vector database. Okay, so that's what very important, and you should understand this. Okay, now here what we can see is that our document is ready and we can good to use this document as a source of information. Cool. Now again we can see some tools. Of course, we're going to discuss this later on. And we have triggers, agents, topics, this very big topic, and also some suggested prompts and etc. Okay, now I think we are good and we have created the very beautiful chatbot. Let's test this. In order to test this, let me first restart the conversation. Let me ask some couple of questions. Let's test something like, where is your Vedic skill located? Okay, let's see what it is answering. Let me open the document too, so that let me verify that. Oh, it is anyway giving me the source. Okay, so here what it says is that Vedic skill technology operates online, but its roots are there in Hyderabad, India. For more details, you can visit the website or contact the support team. That's really good. And it's also given the citation for it. Let me open this. Okay, this is actually directing to the official website. So let me check the document whether the information, whatever we have seen, is correct or not. Let me open the documentation. All right, so this is the frequently asked questions which I uploaded. Let's see this. It's a location, right? Where is the Vedic skill technology? Yeah. So here we are based upon Hyderabad, India. That's correct. Let me ask a few more questions like, what are the courses that you are offering and how to enroll it? Provide me the link or URL to proceed. So let's see how it is answering. I don't know. I never tried this question. Let's see. All right, so the Vedic skills offers the data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and so on. And you can enroll the courses. You can visit the Vedic skills Udemy profile. Of course, that's what we actually, all the courses that was there in the Udemy, and you can choose the preferred courses, start learning immediately. So provide me the URL to enroll. Let's see whether you can provide it or not. It's giving me the citation. That's fine. At least it's giving me all the links. It's saying that it's a Udemy profile. That's true. And but anyway, what you can see is that, like, it is exactly extracting all the information from the source, from the document, and giving you all the information you want. All right, this is really very cool, and it is going to answer all the questions that whatever we need. Cool. Now, as a next step, what we will do is let's publish our agent. In order to publish the agent, and here you can see there is a button called publish, and you can click on this publish button to publish our agent. But however, make sure that in order to publish the agent, you should actually part of the pay as you go subscription. Okay, let me click on publish. Now again choose publish and done. So what it is doing, the agent is being published. Please wait for a couple of minutes, could be even seconds, until it finishes the whole process. And done. Now we have successfully published our agent. In order to see all the details, what you can do is you can click on the channels, and this is the, see, first of all, like, there are different channels that we can actually integrate our published agent. Wherever you want to integrate our agent, make sure that you are actually publish this agent, then only you can integrate to all the channels that was listed here. In the next lesson, we're going to see how to integrate our published agent to different channels. I will see you on that. Until then, happy learning.